Hello everyone. Today we present to you the top 10 best games released on mobile. Before watching the video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the video. Yeager Hunter Legend, an online game with a size of 5 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Yeager Hunter Legend is an MMORPG where you will have to travel through a mysterious planet called Escanor. Here, you will meet a hunter whose steps you must guide to complete many spectacular missions. In Yeager Hunter Legend, you can customize your warrior with your preferred physical characteristics before traveling to Escanor. After this, you will be ready to meet many dragons that will not make it easy for you to stay alive. Yeager Hunter Legend offers you the option of creating combinations of attacks through which you will diminish the life of each dragon more effectively. Yeager Hunter Legend has a really interesting backstory that will show you through 3D scenes all the evolution of your actions. The large number of dragons to capture will make you have to be attentive to every move you make in these realistic settings.
Get down! Sniper second floor.
Arena Breakout, an online game with a size of 2 GB. It is available for Android in beta version and will be officially available for Android and iPhone soon. Arena Breakout is an FPS by Tencent that plunges you into a new world full of enemies and armed conflict. The 3D graphics in Arena Breakout are really impressive and realistic. There are iconic firearms in Arena Breakout and a wide range of items to use in attacks. The controls in Arena Breakout are typical of this kind of game. During each battle in Arena Breakout, you will always have to be wary of any suspicious movement. If your enemies intercept you, all the items that you have collected up until that point will be lost. Arena Breakout has outstanding visuals and a vast world to be discovered, in which you can show off your aiming skills. By using the best weapons, try to kill each enemy with the sole purpose of surviving in such a hostile environment. Volzerk, an online game with a size of 600 MB, available on Android and iPhone. Volzerk is an action-adventure game where you join a young girl called Fina on her journey to uncover multiple mysteries taking place on an island. Volzerk's beautiful 3D visuals really add to the realism of each landscape, and the game's controls are intuitive. You'll have a joystick for moving and classic action buttons that let you carry out attacks. As you go along, you'll also have to chat with other inhabitants of the Volzerk world, and you'll often have to go up against fearsome enemies that will surround and try to stop Fina from continuing to explore the universe. I invite you to download Volzerk on your smartphone, and the game will immerse you in a magical world where lots of monsters and magical beings meet. Fading City, an online game with a size of 6 GB, it will soon be available on Android and iPhone. Fading City is an open-world RPG set on the streets of Waidu City, where you help explorers uncover the city's many secrets, and you must fight against the strange zombies roaming around the map and fight to survive and save the city. Fading City has spectacular 3D graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 that feel similar to earlier NetEase titles. The controls in this game are perfectly adapted to touch screens. All you have to do is tap the virtual D-pad to move around. Fading City has everything it needs to immerse you in this world full of mysteries waiting to be solved. This organization of explorers aims to restore peace to this city covered in fog and ravaged by zombies. The game is new and is one of the best upcoming survival games for smartphones. You can pre-register through the link in the video description. Dragon Raja, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Dragon Raja is a 3D MMORPG, set in a futuristic fantasy world. Pay attention to your surroundings though, because you might just recognize a bunch of real places from different parts of the world. The Dragon Raja combat system is one of its strengths. It offers a much more dynamic experience than other titles in the genre. You can move your character freely using the virtual stick located on the left side of the screen. The development of Dragon Raja is very similar to other MMOs. You can accept all kinds of missions from the get-go and gain experience by completing them. The story mode is definitely one of the main attractions of Dragon Raja, but the game also lets you perform many different actions. Dragon Raja is a spectacular MMORPG, which offers a fantastic graphic section. Nose Heart, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Nose Heart is an open-world role-playing game developed by the same creators as Dragon Raja that stands out for its graphics engine and magical setting. This time, you'll travel to a very different universe where the landscape is more natural than futuristic. Nose Heart has stunning graphics developed with the Unreal Engine 4 graphics engine. This means it's highly realistic, so the textures and layers for all the characters and settings will fully immerse you in the narrative framework of this beautiful MMORPG. When it comes to combat, you can select various weapons that you can even customize with elements you find along the way. Nose Heart has a great story, spectacular graphics and many options when deciding your own fate in this game. Without a doubt, this is an excellent multiplayer role-playing game any fan of the genre just can't miss.
That's Rachel Amber.
Life is Strange, an offline game with a size of 1 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Life is Strange is a graphic adventure developed by Telltale Games, creators of The Walking Dead saga and The Wolf Among Us. Follow along as you take on the life of the talented young Maxine, a high school student who's recently discovered her budding superpower, going back in time to change the course of events. Game systems in Life is Strange are practically identical to any of the other titles by Telltale Games. The main appeal is that you can go back in time to rewind and fix any poor decision-making of the past, and thereby rectifying your mistakes to make better choices. At any point you can always go back and explore alternative routes and storylines within the game. As far as graphic adventures go, Life is Strange truly is noteworthy, and comes as a welcome release on Android and iOS after its triumph on PCs and consoles.
You can never escape the lighthouse here.
Undecember, an online game with a size of 4 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Undecember is an MMORPG that takes you to a universe plagued by monsters and creatures that are endangering humanity. Using various characters of different types, you will go to numerous locations on the map to fight in intense battles where you can unleash your skills. Depending on which character you control at any given point, you can start strategies with different moves. What's more, in Undecember, you can change character whenever you want in order to complete each mission. Undecember stands out because it offers a Diablo Immortal-esque immersive gaming experience, where the graphics play a fundamental role in the game's realism. Evolving your characters will get you many resources and skills to face battles against different monsters. Additionally, it is also worth highlighting that Undecember works with other platforms, like PCs. This means that you can play games with users who aren't battling using their smartphones. Gang's Town Story, an offline game with a size of 1.1 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Gang's Town Story is an open-world action game. This time, you're in control of a criminal who's starting to make his way to the underworld. Your goal is to become the true king of the city. To do so, you have to face a bunch of dangerous obstacles. The control system in Gang's Town Story is really well adapted to touchscreens. The movement stick is located on the left side of the screen, and to the right you can find all the action buttons to attack, jump, or interact with elements of the setting. Although the similarities with the GTA saga are more than apparent, the truth is that Gang's Town Story has an original story and characters. Gang's Town Story is an excellent 3D action game, offering a gameplay experience that's very similar to the amazing sandbox games for PC or console, but perfectly reduced and adapted to touchscreens. Lost Light, an online game with a size of 6 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Lost Light is a 3D RPG where you get to join the Firefly Vanguard Squad, one of the last remnants of humanity left within the lockdown zone. You must survive in this hostile environment, forming all kinds of alliances with other players. One of the most important aspects of the game is shelter. With the resources you get as you play, you'll be able to build and improve your own home base where you can rest and store all your treasures. Another thing that makes Lost Light stand out from similar games is the interaction with other players. Even though you can attack anyone you see on the screen, you can also choose to team up with them. Lost Light is another promising release from NetEase similar to The Great Disorder but with a new gameplay and an even more ambitious objective.
No, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.